Turn to ban. Dire team ban.
Welcome back to Shanghai for live coverage of the Perfect World Masters 2017. Grand Final is underway. NewBee have taken first blood here against Vici Gaming, who will try and strike back, no doubt about it, in game number 2. We're looking for a very competitive series. I have the feeling this might go all the way, or maybe that's just some forlorn hope. I don't know. We're back at the desk once more, and we're also into the draft for the second time round. Kat, what do you want to see in this second game from Vici?
I would like Vici Gaming to be able to match NewBee's pace in the game. I don't know about you, Black, but every single time there has been a clear difference in pace between one team and the other based off the draft, right? NewBee's draft is super aggressive. Vici Gaming was definitely going to be playing a lot slower and hoping to be able to stall out the game. Every single time that happens, I regret not choosing the faster-paced team, right? And that's just how the meta is right now.
Yeah, and we can see VG didn't change their bans at all.
Nope.
But usually, you're right, like the team that can put on the aggressive is always basically the team that can dictate the pace of the game. And that's also why they can take so many objectives. Basically, they play on your terms, you don't play on their terms. So if you don't mess up, you're most likely gonna win.
10 seconds.
So it seems really hard to be able to win those slower pace lineups right now.
It does, you're right.
5 seconds
The Vici with
remaining.
first pick. Did NewBee pick out the Quap first phase this time?
They might. I think VG's definitely going to ban a second phase this game if they don't. And they have done it before with a lot of success.
NewBee's
One of the most comfortable heroes.
There is the
VG's
man.
going for the winter. They want to go for the starter second pick probably. They always go winter starter if they can.
Yeah. Are you surprised that didn't come out last time round?
I was actually surprised because
No.
I feel Undying is so much less versatile than Slaughter. As well as the Witch Doctor, I feel Winter is way stronger than Witch Doctor as well in that regard.
It's probably one of those, it's like the opposite, right? NewBee
Team pick.
tested you and said, we're going to give you this hero.
So-
If a team does that, you do want to reply and be able to say, yeah, we can win with this hero, you have to ban it.
They go
And
Ogre Gyro again.
identical opening from NewBee.
So it was not really the Undying counter only, it was the most comfortable opening they found out against VG.
And there's the Lifestealer against, because the Razor's ban Lifestealer, I think, is the second go-to. I preferably would rather have the Razor against Gyrocopter, but
I agree.
banned away, so what you going to do?
Well, NewBee's probably going to ban the Slaughter out now.
Yeah.
They don't want to give that to VG.
But there are other
10
vehicles, even though
seconds
Slaughter is
remaining.
the best vehicle, right? I think the difference for VG Gaming between
5
these two
seconds
choices
remaining.
and picks is that Slaughter probably normally would have been their preferable pickup, but you look at Lifestealer and you say, what replaces that? There's not too many options, but what replaces a Slaughter? There's a lot of forward positions and offlaners that give you that vehicle.
Yeah, as you said, not optimal, but still gets the job done. And Lifestealer is very hard to replace in the safe lane. Especially the way VG likes to play. Like, they want to enable their mid laner a lot, and Lifestealer can just solo the safe lane. Bad Rider. I really think NewBee should ban the Slaughter, though, if they have a spare ban.
100%. I think it's one of those duos that you get in games that sometimes you don't have to worry about what the other team is playing. If you play well enough with a Slaughter or Lifestealer, it's like so overwhelmingly strong that just based off of play, you can win games.
We just spoke about the speed.
10 seconds
Slaughter,
remaining.
Lifestealer, the speed they bring to the game is crazy.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Wait,
we're trying to-
And ban the Slaughter.
You're trying to summon the
And
Slaughter
ban
ban?
the Slaughter.
It's not happening, Paul.
maybe NewBee get themselves.
Next level.
This is where you start getting into your own head, right?
The Deucer ban. Vici didn't ban the Quap.
Yeah, well, they still have a ban to go.
Yeah.
So hopefully they ban the co-op.
Yeah, because
Yeah, these next two bans should be Slaughter Quap, right?
Unless they are really prepared for like a Nyx Lifestealer, that kind of combination can really ruin the co-op's day.
You'd be taking an awful long time.
I'm surprised they don't just ban the Slaughter. Maybe they really want to pick themselves.
Yeah, maybe that's the discussion.
it is a good combination with Gyrocopter, right? Because it gives you vision as well as the increased damage from the flat cannon shots.
Yeah, but then again, VG first picks after, so...
Yeah.
I mean, they're taking the time. They're definitely thinking about something.
Oh, hello. No, well, we were wrong on both.
It was
Okay.
a very fast OD ban.
It was like instant. We know what we want. We know what they want. They're going to go for the quap. We ban the OD. They didn't ban the slaughter. We pick it.
Well, the OD ban might mean that they want to go for the slaughter because OD is like a very strong mid hero that can
10
save
seconds
someone
remaining.
from the slaughter lifestealer.
Yeah, I think OD's like he's
5
always
seconds
been maybe
remaining.
not one of those heroes that like 1-to-1 matches up against Lifestealer the best, but he being able to have a carry that gives you a saving mechanism against Lifestealer is really powerful.
And goes
So-
quite well with the gyro as well because you have a lot of like physical damage to go through the BKB.
So what if NewBee picked the slaughter here?
They're in their own heads. I haven't really seen NewBee play a whole lot of slaughter, so
No.
and they don't really have anything that accompanies the slaughter very well.
It would be a bit fishy at this.
You're hilarious.
See, Cap just hates puns. He's a hater of puns.
I mean,
No.
He's a pun hater.
Capital's not a very happy person today.
No, you're right. He's not a happy
What?
person. He's just a miserable guy, right? I agree, Black. I'm
Grand
glad you're-
finals make me
I'm
grumpy,
glad
guys.
you're
I'm
here.
sorry.
I think it's pizza.
You mean the cardboard with cheese on top?
Cardboard pizza.
What do we think about this then? This is a little bit away from the norm as far as NewBee are concerned.
Well, Abaddon is a very strong hero against Winter Wyvern
Mhm.
because Arctic Burn 50 seconds cooldown, you
10
just shield
seconds
yourself
remaining.
and you will have a good lane.
Somewhere, Mui's going, ha, they stole that from us.
5 seconds
Yeah, he's
remaining.
like, oh, well, if you win now, I get like 20%.
And then the Lifestealer as well, right? Very single target focused hero, puts
Yep.
open wounds on somebody, tries to beat on them. The shield going to be able to tank that off as well.
Yep.
And it's a hero that Lifestealer can't feel very good about going on. So the Abaddon can play the front line, and Lifestealer they have to find a way to get around him.
And at the same time, it also kind of denies a slaughter pick because it does counter slaughter with the 6-second cooldown on the Apothic shield.
Hmm
The important question here, Black, is are you Abaddon or Abaddon?
Abaddon. What are you?
That's an old school Dota 1 player
Yeah,
right there,
right.
yeah. I was also Abaddon,
But no,
but
Abaddon-
because I'm a commentator, you know, people, you like, it's Abaddon in game, so
Yeah.
I'm going to say
Oh,
Abaddon.
I'm-
Linguistically,
like
it
it.
should be Abaddon.
I don't like it.
Well,
Abaddon is
you know what? I stay true to my own colors.
good for you, Black.
I was told once,
Don't
someone
be
said,
tainted by this commentating
I
lifestyle.
won't be. I won't be.
Don't let it
someone
break you
told
down.
me that if it was spelled A-B-B-A,
Mhm,
then it would
mhm.
be said like that.
Abaddon.
Abaddon, because it's Abaddon. But because it's a
Abaddon.
single B, it's Abaddon. I
Abaddon.
don't know. I don't know how much that's true. Someone linguistic, write to me on Twitter and tell me I'm talking crap.
Dude,
You know,
I have an
somebody's just going
excuse.
to look at the dictionary and they're going to copy paste you something.
But I
Or
have an
they're just going to
excuse.
copy the voice out the
And they're
game.
gonna be like, I'm a linguistic.
But the only reason why I can say whatever I want is
Copy faster.
because you guys are English first language. My first
True,
language is not
true.
English. I can say Abaddon, I can say Abaddon, I can say whatever.
Whoa.
I can say
Next
whatever I
level,
want,
dude.
guys.
Sanking from Vici, no surprise.
Yeah.
Except that they didn't go for the slaughter.
Well, they didn't want to have
Yeah.
the starter after
Yeah.
the Abaddon.
After the
surely.
Abaddon, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Abaddon.
either
The Abaddon. The Abaddon.
Abaddon
The
bottom.
Abaddon.
at that point it's either
Abba.
Clockwork or Sand King, and if you're NA, then Spirit Breaker.
Yeah.
Those are
SB
the other vehicles of Lifestealer.
But SB is first pick in NA.
Yeah, it's just more
So
valuable,
they
and
go
they
for
do get the
starter
starter.
after, yeah. So they kind of block pick it first. Well, they didn't block pick it, but they deny it with the Abaddon,
Mm-hmm.
whatever,
Mm-hmm.
pick, which forces VG. Well, it doesn't really force them, but you kind of feel uncomfortable picking Slaughter into that, and then they pick it themselves. Again, I don't really feel like they have a lot of synergy with it.
5
A
seconds.
bit of an awkward
remaining.
pick.
What are the mids that are left that would take a good advantage
Of Slaughter.
of Slaughter?
Well,
NewBee
SF,
turn
one of
back.
SCC's good heroes. They did go for the Storm. They actually only have Fire Blast as well as Slaughter Crush.
Wow, this is
Looking
looking like
face
a
right
really
now,
good
he's like,
Storm game.
It's a really good Storm game for sure. The NewBee might be able to 5-man them though, because the only
Yeah.
real defense they have is the
10
Winter.
seconds
So if
remaining.
they do go for the SF and the 5-man push, could be quite scary for VG.
5 seconds
It's a
remaining.
very complexity-looking draft, by the way.
It is.
Dire
NewBee.
team
So
back.
maybe they pick up like I don't know, Dragon Knight or something, and just like try and push them down as soon as
Yeah.
possible. Tiny is also acceptable.
Dragon Knight, Tiny, SF can also work, because you can kind of crush the lane against the Storm.
Haven't seen SF though here, have we?
But we have seen SCCs.
The Forgotten Hero.
Yeah.
Talking of Forgotten Heroes,
Phoenix.
not a popular pick. Has been picked 3 times here, as far as I can remember, at least on the mainstream.
Olga is quite strong against Phoenix though. Like the Bloodlust is kind of a soft counter to Phoenix, not a hard counter by any means.
Gyrocopter deals with it same way he does with Tombstone. And the Abaddon can also just kind of YOLO in, doesn't have to worry so much about being targeted down or anything like that. Maybe they think that SF is going to be the pickup from NewBee, because then the Phoenix is quite good against SF, but I think overall it's more about them just being able to get themselves stronger team fight.
No time whatsoever left for NewBee.
Templar Assassin.
TA instead. I really feel like Phoenix in particular hard counters the TA though.
Yes.
But then again, this is a support
For
Phoenix,
sure.
so no, it's an offlane Phoenix actually.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it's an offlane Phoenix. And
'Cause-
that hard counters the TA until you have BKB badly.
The Court Phoenix has gotten a lot of buffs. The talents actually make this hero incredibly strong. Once you start getting to level 15, there are multiple Fire Spirits buffs now. So I do think that Phoenix Core is actually viable.
Okay, which way are we going, Black?
I want to say VG again.
I am also saying VG Gaming. I had the same face as you did. I was like, oh god, I'm going to go with VG Gaming again because I do like their draft more.
Yeah, I do too. But what's important though is they enable the Phoenix. They can leave the lifesteal 1v1 against an Abaddon, but they need to help the Phoenix. He needs a good game.
Paul, it's the same game plan, right? NewBee can run over VG Gaming really fast, but they
Well,
are
let them-
countered a bit by the heroes. So they just have to play the early game really well.
Right, okay. Well, they're talking a good game here on the panel. They've both cursed Vici Gaming once more, so assuming that, it's probably a 2-0 lead to NewBee, but let's play the match anyway.
Yeah, it's like, why even have to be here when the panel already tell us how it's going to be? You were sitting here as well, going, GG. GG, we're done.
We
We're
like
done.
ABBA. We're NA. We got to represent our region, dude. We're the ABBA outflame pickers.
Also, I love the way you now can say ABBA, and that way there's no question mark if it's a Baden, or a Baden.
It's a long word. Let's keep it 2 syllables. TA, Slardar, Gyro, Ogre.
We call it OG.
I guess you can call him OM for Ogre Magi. That sounds awful. I'm just going to stay with Ogre. Ogre.
Sorry, let me put my tint on it. Ogre.
Dude, when is the last time I saw an offlane Phoenix, though? Oh my goodness, that is just some really old school stuff coming out from VG.
The offlane Phoenix, but the synergy looks nice, right? Like the panel was saying, you need to give Young 11 a really good game. Winter Wyvern is able to synergize nicely with the Curse into the Novas. That was about like making the best of fire and ice together.
Yeah, the Curse and Nova is really strong combo. It's just unusual. The thing about Phoenix Egg is actually really weak at level 1 Egg. 5 hits is like nothing, especially when Gyro can just flat cannon, right click it down, and hurt everyone else at the same time. So I don't know if they have enough control in the team fight to actually stop them from killing the Egg early. Level 12 Egg is where things get real for Phoenix.
Yep. That's why you could always just look at it from the other angle too, right? Like if NewBee just win their lanes, you pick up a Templar Assassin, she's insanely strong when it comes to the laning phase. Kaka, his rotations in game 1 was superb. Now he brings in Slardar, and while you're not looking at a hookshot initiation, you are going to have that amplification on top of a heavy-hitting, melding Templar Assassin and more space for Mugi if you can actually get it. Right now, Lanham, actually, is Lanham dead? He's on the run, he's going to get ignited. There's a homing missile coming out from Mugi with the creep wave here. Sprites, they're coming in. It's the fire spirits from Young 11. Slow down the attacks, give Lanham time to burrow strike away. And there won't be a second homing missile. Good time to arrive that pulls both heroes off the lane.
Well, they grabbed the creep wave. That's mainly what they were after here.
Yep.
You know what I want to see this game? I want to see a plus 1400 range, dive cast range, and I want to see someone interrupt it during the cast. That would be sick.
Over the plus 1 second supernova stun duration.
Usually we see the dive cast range, I think. It's pretty good. I mean, 1 second.
Who's interrupting it? Like, you'll have to blink crush.
That's why.
Ogre stun? Oh, that's why. You want to see the style play.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely not going to be the homing missile.
Hey, that thing moves really fast now. Come on. You have 3 charges going, and he then Icarus dives, follows him down, hits him on the way back up.
And then he turns into an egg.
Yep. Good luck.
So tough lane for Storm. I mean, it's not amazing
Oh,
for TA, but it's pretty decent. This is where things get rough. ABBA versus Lifestealer is just a nightmare for Lifestealer all game.
And then you put in the Slardar as well. Like anyone you want to go on, as Cap was mentioning, that you want to open wounds, you want to attack somebody, they're just going to get shielded. And Kaka's happy to burn his life to keep Paparazzi as down as he possibly can. It's still neck and neck for the CS board. So that's going to be pretty even. But then you ask the question, what do you get out of the off lane on the other side? Like you look at Phoenix going up against a gyrocopter. Feels like Gyro is going to win this lane.
Yeah, but as long as 11's level 2, I think he's fine. Here he has the dive, so not really in danger of dying over here.
Yep.
The thing about the Abba too is like you can't go on him the entire game. Like it's just you can't kill him, and you're not going to build a Silver Edge. You need Silver Edge plus Orchid to even like think about killing him. But we'll see how well they can kite him in the team fights. They could potentially like waste a lot of his.
They keep that going in mid. Refraction just came up from SCCC. Okay, yeah, you're good to talk. SCCC is
He's
not going
also
to die.
on the right side of the creep, or on the left side, which is the right side of the creep wave. Not die here.
Who's left? Who's right? Arctic Burn attack from Winter Wyvern, waiting for his moment against SCCC. Haystrun's already worn off, and KP's calling the well played. They don't see him. Like there's one observer ward which is on the other side of the river, which scouted out the Wyvern moving in. And now they all just back up to the supports. Both of them rotate towards the mid. Nothing happens. And of course, SCCC, a very humble man that he is, will accept the praise.
Thanks.
Nice. That was nice.
He's already had to say thanks a lot. He received so many awards today. Maybe only second to Burning.
Definitely second to Burning. Bottom lane, a bit of Ignite on the Young 11. Extra stuns. He can Icarus dive himself away. He's got one charges available as well as the South, so Young 11 was going to be fine.
Drop your stick.
Triggered. He'll go to full health from the South and Tango anyway.
Not an 11. He did not drop his stick. I was watching.
Lineup moving over. Observer ward's up from Fade, so he's perfectly alright with this. And a donk onto the Phoenix.
Gyro's out of mana though. So that's great for 11. He's actually having a pretty good game. Much better than the start for his Beastmaster, I would say.
Is there a better sustain you can get? Like, if we're seeing Gyrocopter putting more and more mana into that homing missile, like it's 130 mana per pop.
There's just no good options.
Like apart from Aquila, like that's what he's getting to start with.
Aquila raindrops clarities is generally what you go for. Anything else is just overcommitment to Rocket when you would just do so much more damage by spending that gold to beef up your flag.
So you wouldn't even like your Soul Ring or anything like that? Like at least that way you got a little bit of extra spam?
I mean, I would consider it sometimes, but most of the time,
if you were support Gyro, maybe, not core. Oh, Fenrir. This is what I was waiting for KP just to be an absolute pain in the butt. Get in behind the tower and cause problems.
Yep, that's what he's doing. I don't actually think they're like particularly well versed in dealing with offlane Abba too. He's a hero that you like. That's just very difficult to zone out, and I don't really think they committed enough in the early game to deal with it.
Dunk. Dunk. Every time. Lanham is just making the most out of the Radiant jungle for now. He's farming that up. Storm Spirit's also bounced off the lane. Gone to burn the shrine with Young 11 and take a stack while he's there. Opens up a little bit more space for SDCC. Just to push the creep wave underneath the tower, but he's holding it back for now.
So I think this game is similar to last game where Vici need to do very well in the early game. Not because they need to create space for a Tinker like last game, but just because the NewBee's lineup is very, very good at farming Ancients, farming stacks. So if you're trying to play the economy game versus them, this is what's going to happen. Abba's going to push out the lanes, and he's very, very difficult to kill with their lineup. And if you spend time to kill him, they'll still get more gold out of it.
Young 11 wasn't reacting right there. He's still got Icarus dive available. Kaka looking for the crush. Misses the timing on it, and Young 11 gets away.
At least he was looking for the outplay. You almost got it, Kaka. No, that's the right idea, though. You definitely don't want to send it to start. He'll just dive away. So on the very small chance that you can dive, or that you can get out of before the dive, would be great.
Burning so much mana to do this. But he's got his Tranquil Boots up and running. He's looking at Blink Dagger as the next one, and that'll allow him to reposition for the crush.
You can tell he's a pub player. He uses both shrines.
Wow.
He's number 2 on the leaderboard, by the way. On the Chinese leaderboard.
Really?
Yep. Number 2. I think a lot of them aren't actually ranked yet. I checked most of NewBee's profiles, and not they haven't played 5 games on their main, or 10 games on their main account. But number 1 is Paparazzi, and number 2 is Ori. So
Nice to see VG
Props to
giving more space to their supports now. Like Ladham's getting, like he was farming up inside the jungle to begin with, and now he's up to level 4 thanks to that high point up in Sandstorm. SCC is just looking for the right line to connect into him. But the one problem I kind of feel is still that Wyvern. Like Fenrir, he's just shy of his level 3. Not really getting a hell of a lot out of that top lane.
It's
sacrificing himself to ensure Paparazzi
They don't
has
have a
space.
good way to attack the Wyvern, though. You don't have like a Bat Rider who's going to lasso him. You have to bypass their front line, which is generally going to be like, you know, a Phoenix, a Sand King, this Lifestealer. So it's okay, I think, if the Wyvern is underfarmed. He is position 5 anyways, so I don't actually think he needs that many items this game. You're very scared if there's like a Storm or something like that can assault him, but your only Blink Dagger hero is going to be a Slardar, and Slardar, or early, Slardar maybe TA, and that they can find him. But even then, I still think he's okay. It's almost all physical damage too. So if you get a Cold Embrace off, you're good.
Why is this happening again too? Like NewBee always seem to be able to get a nice Observer Ward around this little Trinity camp of the Dire side. So VG Gaming, every time they back off, every time they rotate a support, there's a lot of information coming into NewBee where they can just move to counter the movement.
Well, they know that because Storm hasn't showed in lane for a good 3 minutes, I want to say. He hasn't been in lane.
Icarus dives committed. Young 11 starts his TP, calls down the damage. It needs to be high. All right, homing missile track. Homing missile track. Homing missile. It's really low level. It's level 2. Could have been amazing, but really wasn't. They reveal the fact there's a sentry ward down too as Kaka gets attacked by the creep wave walking with the Invis rune in the bottom lane. Lanham also manages to get rid of the other aggressive Observer Ward. So NewBee were trying to keep tabs on both of the Ancient stacks, and he was able just to kill that Observer Ward, which was north of the sentry.
Still no first blood.
Yeah, 9
50
minutes.
in.
This may be the longest game since we
Well,
since first blood.
if Lifestealer is showing up top, they're not scared of any
Right,
best bombs.
you had to say it. You had to say it. Kaka, he's got Crusher Fireball. VG are perfectly splitting up for this one. Stick charges, holds the crush and pops to the Caustic finale and attack from Ori. Faith could not get there in time to help. Thanks, Ben.
You...
Ask and you shall receive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're already still going at it with mass clearing and just constantly farming up, constantly farming up neutrals.
He's keeping up.
Oh, he's showing in lane.
Wow.
No, they probably were wondering what he's up to. Actually, they had the Desert Wars. They had every idea what he was up to.
They know what he's doing. Well, they need to watch a little bit closer as Paparazzi, who just finished up his armlet, still farming up 3 top lane, up to 4.7k net worth. He is number 1, only just above the TA. But it's his lead over the Gyrocopter, which is very impressive. Moogie is not getting as much out of this lane as the Lifestealer. Obviously, the Lifestealer's also had a lane which has been abandoned or abandoned.
Stupendous.
The Phoenix puts a lot of pressure on
It's the
him, though.
worst joke of the day. Let's let her swap. Well, TA won't hit Lanham when he goes invis with Sandstorm. Oh, a great way to get rid of Refraction. Kaka's looking for his opening. Paparazzi, mid-armlet toggle. Still no level 6 on Kaka, so without the amplification, I don't think Paparazzi's that scared when he's a level 10 versus a level 4 Slaughter. Even KP can't do much to stop it unless they can, again, look for the right timing. But Paparazzi's movement speed with phase boost is just too high.
And with Armlet, he just has way too much HP. Kill him. Armlet's a great choice here.
After when
extra
Armlet's
armor.
down.
I mean, even with Armlet down, he still had a lot of HP. But I don't think there's any way they're bursting through that. Especially with such a short duration stun. It's only a level 2 Slithering Crush.
SCCC did spy a Blink Dagger. Courier was a little bit busy. He was headed north to deliver the tome to Kaka. He hasn't burnt it just yet, but he can get that 5th level.
So the slower this game goes, the more greedy Ava can get too. Like sometimes you'll see what, like Vlad Solar
bottom lane.
Fight.
Ori, he's TPing. He actually already came in. A perfect dive onto Mookie. He'll get the call down off, and NCCC will jump in. Lanham again with the dodge into the Sandstorm, saving Young 11. The Nova was enough to force the TA back, and Ori could just take a very sweet and simple double kill.
Not the hero that you really want dying here on the Gyrocopter. I guess it's kind of nice that they're like spreading out their net worth though, because they are going to get like single target focus down in the fights. So they need to make sure that all their cores are strong, or else they're just going to jump the biggest one with Storm Spirit and Lifestealer.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Making it harder just to stand your ground. KP's headed back up to the top lane, try and push Paparazzi off the tower. Quick smoke from Kaka, trying to close the distance. The TA trap. Oh, his sprint just went on cooldown, but it won't matter. Okay, welcome everybody to the SCCC show.
Just a TA or just a Winter Wyvern
and a
kill,
double
though.
damage rune. Well, say goodbye to that mid tower.
It's under attack.
Well,
Fortification will try and save it.
They learned
Kaka's watching for the rotation of the runes.
they learned their mistake from last game. This is kind of, I would say, a similar spot where they
Don't do
Roche.
Roshan. They're coming for kills. They're going after Paparazzi. SCC got his blink, so Kaka goes up high, try and do the cutoff. KP will move over to Paparazzi, reveals himself. DD's got half duration left on it. They have to slow him down. The curse will help. The Meld Strike. Paparazzi will rage, but the damage is too much and he knows it. Run to the side, but down he will fall. And NewBee pick up their second kill of the game.
I
Back to
think
back.
the only way he survives there is if he armlet toggles during the TP. Probably the only way. Or if he manages to find a creep to infest, but he was way too far away from Kuru. Yeah, so yeah, he would have to go for that play. Running away is just, maybe if you have teammates coming, maybe.
This is so risky though. Like you talked about, okay, NewBee look for opportunities. They didn't go for Roshan, they went for kill, but now they get the tier 1 tower down on top. KP's getting stronger and stronger and building into what Vladimir's offering too. There's going to be a lot of sustain for his team.
It still might not be that bad of a time to do Roche though, because there's no level 6 on Wyvern and there's no Blink Dagger on a Sand King. So these, they do have a lot of good Roche heroes.
They're enjoying just the forcing of the top tower. You amplify online them. It's like they want to take a fight. They want to make this Blink Dagger work for SCCC so we can then transition like 2 more kills and you'll have enough for the full Desolator, and then momentum is crazy against Roshan as well as other towers.
Vici's team fight around Roche is actually amazing. Even without the Blink Dagger on Sand King and without the Winter Wyvern ultimate, Storm is amazing, Phoenix is amazing. I think Wyvern's still pretty good even without level 6, but he should be able to pick it up fairly soon. The Wyvern, he's 5.5 at the moment.
We'll create the new game. Welcome to the game of amazing.
I mean, if there was one, you could probably like replace a Lifestealer with like Gyrocopter, and then they would have like the ultimate anti-Roche lineup.
There you go with Mugi. No Sanj to start with. He's going to go for the Yasha. Obviously, this could still just be Manta style as well. And not the S and Y build we saw previously. But he modifies.
Yeah, I did not like the Saints first last game. Maybe could have just ended the game. It would have, I think, given a way higher chance of victory.
KP, they got so much vision up here. Paparazzi and Young 11. Young 11's the back lines. Kaka wants to surge forward. You have the supernova of Young 11 ready to pop, but then more rotations. Ori and Lanham, they come in. Wyvern caught in the back lines. Icarus dives down. Ori goes for the jump. It's onto the Templar Assassin. Kaka waiting it up. Now he'll put on the mist. The amplification is there. Burris strike. Tries to create space. The Centaurs coming out from the camp. They're going to stun up. Even the SK. They don't have enough mana. The cooldown is huge from Mugi. 3 heroes lost. Young 11 wants to run out this one. They got a homing missile available. That's only level 2. He will survive. 17-1 charges as well, but again, NewBee. A good fight. They do lose the TA, but they'll claim the tier 2 tower on top.
That Centaur Stomp, what the heck?
it's screwed up, BG.
At least they get the TA kill. That was pretty big for
All
them.
right, let's watch it again. So we have a Ravage from the neutrals.
He gets the Spirit on the TA. That's really important to start breaking the refractions. That Storm can do a lot of damage, but this Stomp actually does so much for them right there. Like, it looked like it was actually going pretty well for VG at the start of the fight.
We're back live. KP did not have the borrowed time available.
Doesn't matter.
It was
We
on
got
cooldown for
tower.
10 seconds.
Actually, technically he didn't get the tower, but the tower down.
Objective claimed.
Dire's middle tower
Well,
is under
NewBee
attack.
back into their farming. They've got to finish that Desolator over on SCCC.
I wonder what Abba's going to commit for. He has 600 gold right now. He could go for Medallion for the ultimate Roche. 2 Roche items that he could go for.
Does it make sense to transition into Solar Crest against any of the heroes of VG?
Well, yeah, it's amazing versus Winter's Curse. It's amazing versus Lifestealer. It's just really good in general.
Oh, will make sense then. Line him.
Yep. You could also just go Medallion, but I would
KP.
prefer...
He's going to shield up. What is he doing? He's just going to run at him. Young 11's going to turn on the Sunray. KP cops a lot of damage, does not want to burn his borrowed time, but he's got no choice.
Wow.
1 minute on cooldown.
How is he so good with a Sunray? I think like he had like 100% uptime on that versus the Abba, even though he attempted to juke it.
Back. Back. Okay, Moogie's getting so much money on bot lane. Get the recipe flying out. We'll push the tower out so we can pick up the rest of the Yasha at the side shop.
Storm almost has Bloodstone. Very, very
Radiant's
close.
middle tower is under attack.
A little bit more. And they do have the Blink Dagger on Sand King infested inside, smoked around behind the T1.
You also just got the Blink Dagger on Karko. It's going to take a little bit longer to get out to the tier 1 tower. Radiant is scanning, expecting a gank to come from the north, but doesn't ping, so they can think about the rest of it, and they do smoke up. The first reveal of that Blink Dagger. Karka and SCCC need to work perfectly together, and there it is. Blink, crush, and boom! Got him. SCCC will be cursed up. There's no real follow-up to any of this until the epicenter arrives. The life is still enough for NewBee to survive the kind of paparazzi. Ori needs to do some work, jumping in, he's taking too much damage from the tower. A jump away. The miss is just too much. Miss uphill, but it won't matter. SCCC, well played. Triple kill for him, and the run begins once more. He's 6-1-2. Will take the mid-tier 1 tower, and that's the secret for NewBee. How do you take Roshan? Wait till VG have 4 in the grave.
That was a perfect bait out by them. And they just needed to wait until Abba was up again. So the way that fight went, VG's game plan was, after the Phoenix died, they wanted a Winter's Curse of TA, get all his refraction charges off. After that, they epicenter in and burrow strike. However, Abba pops his ult, shields the TA, and then fights over. So all refraction charges off right now. It's a great time to initiate, and then boom, KB ultimate, shield them up, and then you're good.
They just can't get the damage in, and Ori, it was like an afterthought coming in to try and help out. Had a nice jump, short jump to actually get the dodge. But that is huge. Momentum swinging. 4K now in favor of NewBee. The net worth #1. It belongs to TA by a landslide. 10,500-ish against the #1, which is 8,000 on VG, which is the live stealer.
They all have armor issues on VG. They already have a lot of physical damage from the TA alone, but come by that with Amplify and Slithering Crush and Gyro right clicks. Just everyone on their team needs armor, but right now it's only Lifesteal that has any semblance of armor with the armlet.
So if you actually get hit by both the TA and you have the mist on you, you go -18.
Yeah, you're just gonna die in
probably
one.
Like the highest armor target you currently have on VG Gaming is 9 for the Storm Spirit.
Lifesteal has more.
He has more when the armlet's turned on.
Well, even without armlet turned on, he has more.
He's at 6+5, 11, 6+8.
But he's still going to be a negative is, I think, the point that you were trying to go for.
Yeah.
And he's still going to just get destroyed. And everyone else has way less armor than his Lifestealer. So, like, what do you actually do? Like, Storm Spirit can't go Shivas right now. Maybe the Phoenix can think about it, but he just died and hasn't been able to get really... off to any
Paparazzi's got the
decent
Sun.
team fight.
I don't know if he means to do it, but he's got it in his backpack and not his inventory. Okay, there we go. Now the switch. Trades out the Quelling Blade, but here comes NewBee. They want to fight. Line him in the tree lines. The Observe Ward, let them see everything, and Winter Wyvern, target #1.
And they're all spread so that they can't get a Winter's Curse. The only time SCC goes in is when he knows he can get that killing blow, and then Curse doesn't matter at that point.
This just seems too easy for NewBee to get 1 pick and then objective, 1 pick then objective. In this case, it's 1 pick then 2 objectives.
The Storm's just too slow for them.
Well, he's trying to do the counter push, and they will be able to at least get the catapult into the tier 1 tower in mid. Up to NewBee if they TP anybody back to defend, or if they just want to keep going. The Dire Courier gets sniped as well.
How did he find that? Jeez.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, he placed a ward in up the high ground, and then I guess he just went left. I mean, Kaga's just a god, apparently.
He is really been on the money.
They really need this Infest Bomb to work. Their first one just failed miserably, but if they want Storm to get huge, this is the time. Bloodstone charges, or Bloodstone just picked up on Storm, so this is a really good time for them to get back in the game.
You know, they can go for this, but I'm not quite certain about the defensive vision. Observer and Sentry was planted out inside the VG base. They're already having vision problems.
They thought they were going to push high ground. You know, you always want to make that feign, I think. You make everyone TP back, maybe make them play some Observer ward or 2, and then just waste their time. And then it's like, oh, no, we weren't pushing. But if you do push, if they're not ready, they're going to get obliterated.
I love that stat on SCCT. So his average kill participation is at 80%. But in this game, he's 100.
Radiant's
Even though he doesn't have the assist and the kill throw, we actually have 100 on that, but he's 7-1-2.
has fallen.
Yeah, and he has Bloodlust, and he has Amplify, and he has the, or Corrosive Haze, and he has the
Kaka.
Curse of Avernus.
Kaka, blink, crush, amplifications up on Paparazzi. His Infest on cooldown 2 seconds, and it's actually a bait! The epicenter is down, the damage is good. Slider will die, Paparazzi does his TP out. Same with Lenham, they both want to get out of here, and everyone bails.
Wow, excellent bait by Vici. I did not see that going well for them at all, but they actually are all on the same page. Skill 1, get the hell out of there as soon as possible.
Maybe not the exact target they were hoping for, but it works. They probably hoped that SCCC would have jumped in, then they would have burned him out.
So Phoenix actually starting to get some armor too. He has the Veil, and then he'll have Shiva soon, so hopefully he can stand, like, he hasn't been able to cast Egg yet this game. He wants to get to the point where he can actually, you know, maybe survive a Slithering Crush and then go for the Egg.
Got the Kaya up for the Storm Spirit.
Yep, he's getting there, man.
Blade Mail was also done on the Baden. I was actually interested to see, like, if we would see a resurgence of almost like the old Godblack build, where you get like the Blink Dagger on a Baden, just so you could ensure you get the shield up on the Templar Assassin.
He's going to be up in the middle of the fight anyways. They don't have any silences on theirs. I don't think he's scared because he can just pop his ultimate and go to tower.
Well, here comes the attack. SCC moves a little bit closer, blinks away.
I am curious as to why Blade Mail, though. I think Solar Crest is the far more common choice at this point.
Oh, jump in. Ori found himself a target. TP's coming over. AP is the man in retreat. The Observe Ward's up. Oh, Kaka! He tried to get clever. He tried to blink and crush him mid-jump. Won't happen. Ori has the shield up and running, starts his TP, and they're not reaching.
Nice play, too. That's a very unexpected direct. You maybe, but going down, there's no.
Invisibility. Go to my master. Stupendous!
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Retreat to my house.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I'll
attack.
pay your tribute.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Misfortune.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is falling.
Get out. Stop.
Blew the man down!
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
now.
Tribute to my house.
Dire's top shrine is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Dire's top shrine has fallen.
I'll take your tribute.
I've been wanting this.
A soldier's fortune.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Regeneration. Gold for my master.
Fatality.
Ha! Ha!
A soldier's fortune.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Where's my pension?
Radiant are
I'll take your
scanning.
tribute.
Illusion? Looking for me? Crusade.
Blessings.
I'm over here.
Go for my master.
Haste!
Invisibility.
Stupendous!
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Sprint is out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom shrine is under attack. Dire Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
The hidden ones have blessed me.
What the?
How'd that happen?
Retreat to my house.
Dire are scanning.
Touche! Over here now.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Whoa, what a hit!
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.